said the man, get along with you. Get along yourself, said Peter. He remembered what he had said about fighting boys, and besides he felt safe halfway up the bank. He was much right here as anyone else. Oh, have you indeed, said the man. We'll soon see about that, and he came across his deck and began to climb down the side of his barge. Oh, come away, Peter, come away, said Bobby and Phyllis in agonized unison. Not me, legs were slack and the little breeze hardly strong enough to be felt, yet but strong enough to drift her stern against the bank. Bobby was first, then came Peter, and it was not Peter who slipped and fell. He went into the canal up to his neck, and his feet could not feel the bottom, but his hand was on the edge of the barge. Phyllis caught at his hair. It hurt, but it helped him to get out. Next minute he had leaped on the barge, Phyllis following. was for Mrs.